the incredible world of one of nature's most important, yet often overlooked creatures, the honeybee. These tiny insects may only weigh about 1/10 of a gram, but they play a vital role in the survival of our ecosystems and even our food supply. Honeybees may seem like simple creatures, but their lives are surprisingly complex. In fact, they have one of the most intricate social systems in the animal kingdom. These hard-working insects belong to colonies, each with its own distinct hierarchy and division of labor. And when it comes to teamwork, they're unmatched. Let's start inside the hive, where the magic happens. A typical colony can house between 20,000 and 60,000 bees, and each one plays a unique role. At the center of it all is the queen, the only reproductive female in the colony. Her job, to lay eggs, and she does it exceptionally well, laying up to 2,000 eggs a day. That's more than her own body weight. Next up, the workers. All of them female, and they're the lifeblood of the hive. They do everything from foraging for food to defending the colony from intruders. Each worker bee's lifespan is about 5 to 7 weeks during the summer months, and in that time, they make countless trips out to collect nectar and pollen. Finally, we have the drones, the males. Their one and only job: to mate with a virgin queen from another colony. After that, their short life is over. If they don't mate, they're kicked out of the hive at the end of the season. Harsh but effective. Bees are exceptional foragers. They can travel up to 5 miles, 8 kilometers, from their hive in search of nectar, and in the process, they play a crucial role in pollination. As they collect nectar to make honey, they inadvertently transfer pollen from flower to flower, allowing plants to reproduce. Without bees, many of the fruits, vegetables, and flowers we rely on wouldn't exist. To put their hard work into perspective, it takes about 12 bees their entire lifetime to produce just 1 teaspoon of honey. But that teaspoon represents a collective effort that fuels the entire hive. Now, how do bees communicate all this vital information? Well, they've developed a unique language: the waggle dance. When a bee finds a good food source, she'll return to the hive and perform a figure-8 dance, wiggling her abdomen to convey the direction and distance of the nectar source. The angle of the waggle and the number of times the bee waggles tell the other bees where to fly. It's a sophisticated system, especially for such a tiny brain. A honeybee's life is short but full of purpose. Each bee goes through 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The queen lays eggs in perfectly crafted hexagonal cells, and after just a few days, they hatch into larvae. Worker bees feed them a mixture of pollen and honey, known as bee bread, which helps them grow rapidly. After about 21 days, the fully developed adult bee chews its way out of the capped cell, ready to take on its role in the hive. Whether it's cleaning, nursing larvae, or foraging, each bee spends its short life contributing to the success of the colony. Despite their importance, bees are facing severe threats worldwide. Pesticides, habitat loss, disease, and climate change are causing bee populations to decline rapidly. This is alarming because about 1/3 of the food we eat depends on pollination by bees and other pollinators. But it's not all bad news. Around the world, people are stepping up to protect bees. From planting wildflowers to reducing pesticide use and even creating urban beekeeping initiatives. And now for some fun bee facts that'll make you appreciate these tiny creatures even more. Did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old, and still perfectly edible. Or how about this? A bee's wings beat about 200 times per second, giving them that signature buzzing sound we hear. The life of a honeybee is a reminder that even the smallest creatures can make a big impact on our world. These tiny pollinators are responsible for so much of the food we eat and the beauty we see in nature. Protecting them means protecting ourselves and the future of our planet. If you're fascinated by the mighty work of these tiny insects, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And for more journeys into the incredible lives of animals, subscribe to Animal Exploration. Stay tuned for next week's episode, where we explore the lives of even more remarkable creatures. See you next time.